be up after the show. I haven't posted it to the Facebook page yet. So the gentleman or lady, I don't know why I assumed it was a gentleman. Could be because of the tone of the question, but or the statement rather. But for the person who just shot in the text regarding that those articles are not being found on the Facebook page, I'll have them up there by the end of the afternoon. Once we get off the air and Dom and I do a little cleanup here in the studio, I'll post those articles to the Facebook page. But thank you so much for checking that out. And that's a perfect segue for me to encourage everybody to hit the Facebook page. Just go to Facebook and search The Mr. Mortgage Show, and there you'll find all of the articles and the data that we use when we're doing the show and when we're answering your questions. So with that being said, you hear the music in the background. That means we're going to run into another break. We're going to be back for more of your questions right after this. Thanks. Hey, it's Mark-eitel here, host of the Mr. Mortgage Show. And you've heard me talk about the valuation tool that we use in our lending practice almost daily. It's not quite an appraisal, but it's way more accurate than one of those online estimates. And we're happy to run one of those reports for you at no charge. Just visit freevaluereport.org. That's freevaluereport.org. Give us a little information about the property, and we'll be happy to send you your report. That's freevaluereport.org.
Here's another 5-star review.
We kept our business above water with credit cards during the pandemic. I'm glad we did. Business is better than ever. But I didn't want to be a slave to those credit card payments. I called Mark about the rec loan he advertises. Long story short, we did a rec refinance and paid off everything, even the car. Now we only have the mortgage payment. We're saving a bunch every month. Yes, we are happy to recommend Mark and the Mr. Mortgage team.
Hey, it's Mark-eitel, host of the Mr. Mortgage Show. You hear me all the time talking about the need to have the very best team representing you in a real estate transaction. And that starts with a really great agent. If you've got a great agent, that's awesome. But if you don't, check out www.reallyGreatAgents.com. There you'll find the best of the best, regardless of the city they work in or the brokerage they work for. www.reallyGreatAgents.com, www.reallyGreatAgents.com.
Are inflation and everyday expenses eating into your retirement income? Maybe you've considered a reverse mortgage and have unanswered questions like, do I still own my property? Can the bank kick me out? What happens when I die? Can I still leave my house to my kids? These are all great questions. Visit www.moreaboutreverse.com to learn more. That's www.moreaboutreverse.com. www.moreaboutreverse.com.
Welcome back to the Mr. Mortgage Show. Call us now, 561-291-8569.
Okay, we are back. And yes, shoot your questions to us via the Anytime Hotline, 561-291-8569. That's 561-291-8569, and we will get your questions on the air. And I know I was heading into that break, and I was getting chastised for not getting the article up on the Facebook page fast enough. Well, rest assured, it's up there now. I actually pinned the 4 cycles of a market chart to the top of the page because a lot of people, I think, will find that super interesting. So check out the Facebook page. Go to Facebook and search The Mr. Mortgage Show, and you'll see that data right at the top of the page. So speaking of your questions, let's continue with that. I know Dom's got one teed up for us, so let me throw it over to Dom. Hey, what do we have?
Greg left you a voicemail real quick. He's asking, I'm a disabled vet. My main income source is my disability income and Social Security. Is there any way I could get a mortgage?
Hey, Greg, that's a great question, and thank you so much for it. But before I answer the question, I just want to thank you for your service. I know a lot of you do know how important the veteran community is to me and my family, and I just want to say thanks for your service, brother. We greatly, greatly appreciate you. So the good news is, yes, you can use your disability income. You can use Social Security income to qualify for a loan. So we're going to want to confirm that that's going to remain in effect moving forward for the next 3 years at least. But yes, you can use both forms of income to qualify for the loan. And you mentioned that you're a vet. So if you're VA eligible, then a portion or maybe all of your VA funding fee will be waived by the VA. Now that's predicated on your disability level, but You could go into this with 100% financing and no VA funding fee. And with the VA loan, there's no mortgage insurance. So super cool opportunity for you there. And lastly, a lot of people are unaware of this, but depending on your level of disability, you can have a large portion of your property tax exempt. So you'll save money there too. Again, predicated on your disability. But I'll be happy to answer any of those questions for you and walk you through the process. And man, super excited that you're looking at buying real estate, and very encouraged by a lot of this week's questions, because so often people are getting hung up on, the headlines. And I say it all the time. I can't say it enough. The headlines aren't the data. The headlines just are there to grab your attention, and it's up to you to read past those to find the data. So super encouraged by all of the questions that we've had so far today. And I go back to that opening segment. There are a lot of indicators that we are still in a strong housing market. And I get it, right? It sucks for a lot of people that are priced out of the market. We got here really fast, and we feel really overcooked at this point. But until supply comes in, I think the demand continues to support housing. And a lot of these big companies are buying properties with the intent just to rent them, because people are not qualifying for mortgages at these higher prices and these higher interest rates. So yeah, there's so many reasons why I think that we're okay for the time being. I'm cautiously optimistic, but anyway, thank you for your questions. And I've got a favor to ask. I don't know how many of you listen to us regularly. If you don't, I would encourage you to. We certainly appreciate your participation. But if you've found any of this interesting or any of this insightful, please share the show. We're always trying to grow the audience. We're always trying to answer questions and hopefully provide some information to you that gives you the data that you need to make better decisions when it comes to real estate and mortgages. So my ask to you is, if you have any friends or family members or coworkers who are talking about real estate or thinking about real estate or are considering buying or selling or refinancing, please introduce them to the show. I'd love to answer their questions and would be happy to help them if there's anything that we can do for them. So that being said, you hear the music behind me. That means we've wrapped up another week. Thanks for your questions. Thanks for your participation on the Facebook page. That Facebook page can be found at Facebook by searching The Mr. Mortgage Show on Facebook. You can visit the website, www.mr.mortgage. That's mr.mortgage, never a .com, mr.mortgage. And one last time, the anytime hotline is 561-291-8569, and that pushes to my office during the week. Have a great week. We'll see you next time right here, same station, same time. Thank you.
That's a wrap. Join Mark-eitel next week for more thrilling, edge-of-your-seat discussions about real estate and mortgages right here on The Mr. Mortgage Show.